Hey everyone, Jeff back again. Thought I'd just shoot a quick one. Have a feeling my stack's going to get pretty big next week, so slightly smaller stack than usual, but still pretty substantial. This been crazy week. Birthday coming up this week, so I'm just trying to get a whole bunch of stuff done beforehand so I can chill. But I gotta work on my birthday. That sucks. But yeah, catalytic converter failing on the used car I just bought. So yeah, I'm hoping cat cleaner's gonna take care of that for a while, but we'll see. I gotta drive it a bit more, and spent 4 hours looking for stupid bags of pretzels for my kids' school because my wife didn't want to settle for what do you call it, those little fish crackers or whatever. Anyway, jumping in. Um, so yeah, Sean sent me a big stack for my birthday, so thank you, Sean. Really enjoying the stuff so far. First one I gave a listen to was Edric. This is Feeder of Ravens. I guess it's, I don't know if this is considered an EP or mini LP. I don't think it's quite like a full LP, but it's a decent length maybe. So maybe it is. I don't know. It's probably 35 minutes ish. So this would fall. Looking them up, these guys they fall kind of into well, they're definitely got a free jazz thing going. It's like free jazz with a little bit of death metal thrown in, at least I guess. Um, so it's free jazz coming from a metal background, I think is how I would describe it. So I think it's a two-piece, and looking at videos or stills or whatever, it looks like they alternate between like having two saxes and two drummers. So, or maybe they have a extra backup band or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's the percussion's really excellent. The sax is all right. They're definitely channeling Pharoah Sanders. They got that kind of screeching sax, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. It's not a easy listen for sure. But yeah, custom labels. But pretty solid 4-star. I bought this before, but it was like so warped I couldn't play it. So Sean sent me a new copy. Well, they don't go for much, but yeah, if you like free jazz, and you're into Pharoah Sanders and you're into kind of like heavier, yeah, noise rock, black metal kind of stuff, yeah, you might enjoy that. I have been. This is another Nuggets I got from my friend a while back. I think I showed this briefly. Finally got around to spinning it. So this is Volume 4, Pop Part 2. It's like, I think it's just Volume 4. So Nuggets. It's a garagey site with a little bit of psych tinge. This is, well, I think the most of the stuff is like pre-67. So it's not like heavy. It's not particularly psych. Yeah, most of the stuff is 66, early 67. There's a couple 68 tracks on there. But yeah, excellent. It's not as good as the first Nuggets, but it's still worth picking up if you ever see these floating around. Again, solid 4 and a quarter, whatever. This is one of my recent pickups. Um, Kebab, I guess you say it. So he's like a singer-songwriter out of LA, I want to say. Um, so this one's it's a little more experimental on his part. So he's more into like kind of the blues rock, think like John Spencer, not as harsh as Pussy Gore, but like like John Spencer blues explosion kind of blues rocky stuff. So the first two albums are really good. This one's still really good. So this one uh, has a vinyl release. This is the promo version, but I think all of them are more or less the same. The CD versions and one of the LP versions have like all the tracks, but all the extra tracks are on the CD. Um, so if you want everything, get the CD. But yeah, he's what it is. If you read the notes, the liner notes, it's basically him trying to break the mold and experiment a little bit with a little more of a hip hop influence on some stuff, and he's just trying to go in a little different direction, see if anything sticks. So it's not like cohesive as an album. So I guess you could consider it comp in a way, but it's pretty much all unreleased otherwise. So I think there's like a 10-inch box set version, and then there's like a double LP version. But yeah, the box set I think includes the CD or something. When I was looking on Discogs, But yeah, if you get the CD version, it has all the tracks anyway, so yeah, it's up to you. Um, I'd say at least a 4.25 stars, whatever. It's pretty solid. So I think it's called Savage Times. Yeah, he's not Japanese, but he says Savage Times in katakana if you care. Yeah, the rest of the stuff's all CDs or DVDs. Um, yeah, Goddamn Religion by Richard Bishop of the Sun City Girls. So this is more of like a less jazzy, more on the drone side of things. So yeah, Sean, you definitely love this one. Seek it out. I don't think it goes for much. I think I paid like $2 for this one. So it has 2 discs. One's a DVD of the actual movie, and one which I haven't watched yet. But I do think it's on. I think it is on YouTube, so you can actually. I was trying to see if I wanted to buy this one. I think I checked on YouTube, and I think the actual movie's on YouTube. But it's definitely not. It's not like a cohesive story kind of thing so much as like a collage art. Yeah, it's more like an art film than like a story or anything, as far as I could tell. But we'll see. That's at least what I sampled. But yeah, kind of that drone experimental end of things. Yeah, Richard Bishop, awesome stuff. That one, 4.5 on my end, pretty solid. This one again, J.A. Caesar. I don't know if that's even going to come up. Let's see if it works. I can't get that to work. Okay, J.A. Caesar, like the initials J.A. and then Caesar, like Julius Caesar. Japanese kind of psych experimental artist. He was mostly known for soundtracks. So this is a theatrical soundtrack for Joshiman. Not as good as the other soundtrack I showed previous. It's got like the little girl and the volcanoes or whatever on the cover, but it is pretty damn close. It's very similar. Like I don't know if it's not. You don't necessarily need both, but yeah, if you like one, you like the other. The mastering on this one is not as good. So I found, even though there's no scratches on the disc, it skips a little bit, and the sound quality is in and out. You can tell they basically ripped it off. It's a bootleg. it's Phoenix. It's good. You got a numbered edition of 1,000 or something. But yeah, I find that the CD skips even though it's not scratched, and then it's yeah, and then there's some issues with like crackling and stuff. So the originals of this probably go for thousands of dollars. Like you're just never gonna find one. I have some of the other stuff from the same label. They're extremely rare, but the ones like everyone seeks out are worth thousands of dollars. Yeah, some record store owner pointed me in the direction of the other one I found when I was digging. He's like, "Yeah, you like that kind of stuff? Here, check this out." They're like, "You'll never find this again." I was like, "Okay." It had early what's her name? Maki. Okay, I can't remember her name. Carmen Maki. But yeah, the music I'd give a like 4.5, 5. The mastering I'd give like a 2 or a 1. It just sounds terrible, but you can hear it. They did rip it off of probably a VG copy and tried to clean it up, and then the disc skips. But yeah, if you can find this for like a reasonable price, and you can't get a hold of the other album on Phoenix, yeah, it's worth getting, I guess. But yeah, just know it's not. It's gonna be an imperfect copy. Another one from Sean. Another one. Skullflower, Sibian Shaking Codex. As far as I can tell, this was actually put out by the artist himself. But yeah, again, kind of that drone, kind of psychedelic a little bit. Drone, this definitely falls in the drone. Really, really good one. 4.5 all day long. But I could see like it maybe might not hold up to repetitive listenings. It might be a little too repetitive. I don't know, but I really enjoyed that the first listen. Another one I got from a friend a while back, R.L. Burnside. This is the Ass Pocket of Whiskey album. There is a vinyl version of this too. I couldn't tell you which one sounds better, but yeah, I don't know. Not my favorite of his, but it's decent. It's got what's his name, John John Spencer. It's got John Spencer on guitars with backup vocals and drums, a theremin. Russell Simmons on drums. Yeah, and then it's got Kenny Brown on guitar and Judah Bauer. I'm not familiar with him on guitars. Yeah, but anyway. Um, yeah, it's alright. It's, again, like, yeah, it's blues. It's blues. We have a little more of a rock edge on this one. But yeah, that one I'd only give like a 3.5, but you can find these floating around pretty easily. I don't know. Some people might like this one more, but I prefer a lot of his other stuff to this one. I needed a little 80s cheese in excess, greatest hits, pretty much all you need. I think this was like an early 2000s comp. Oh no, I was wrong. Okay, 94. Okay, so this is right when they were kind of making their little minor comeback in the early 90s, mid 90s. But yeah, if you need an XS, yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, this one, White Long, Deep Fantasy. Yep, Deep Fantasy. Again, you can get an LP. I have a feeling the CD is probably going to sound better because this was like that mid 2000s where like the masterings weren't very good. Everything I bought from that period sounds like absolute crap. So I tend to get CDs for 2000 stuff. But yeah, you could get these fairly inexpensive. I think these guys are again out of California, but I could be wrong. Yeah, kind of post-punk, post-hardcore. I don't know. They're maybe post-hardcore, not post-punk. Post-hardcore. How would I describe? I don't know. If you like a place to bury strangers, that sort of thing, they're gonna fall into that kind of area. But yeah, again, I bought this from the same seller. So Savages, this is Silence Yourself. This did get a recent vinyl reissue, and I kind of regret not buying it. But yeah, promo copy again. Yeah, so this one, yeah, 4.25, 4.5-ish, and then yeah, not consist. This is not a consistent album, so I'm only going to give it 4. But when it rocks hard. This one does fall a little more into the post-punk end of things. It has a little bit of a gothy feel, a little bit. But yeah, yes, Silence Yourself, Savages, really excellent album. But this one's a little less even. So from my got from my friend, I used to have this on disc. This is Dim Star, so it's kind of like an all-star side project kind of thing. So you got Thurston Moore and I want to say Steve Shelley from Sonic Youth. I'm like, it could be what's his name? The guitar Ronaldo. I can't remember. It's Shelley or Ronaldo. I can't remember. But you can definitely pick up on Thurston. I want to say it's Steve Shelley though. I remember it's 2 of them, and then it's Don Fleming from Gumball and Richard Hell maybe. Richard Hell maybe guest on it. I don't know. It's kind of like a super group, 90s super group. With, I remember there being an elder statesman on here. I have to go through the. Yeah, definitely Fleming. Oh yeah, it is Richard Hell. Yeah, so Richard Hell's on here. And there's one other person I want to say. Maybe D. Boone or someone makes a guest appearance, something like that. But yeah, again, kind of bluesy rock. Little bit garagey at times, a little bit more noisy at times. And Sonic Youthy, but not at their full blown ness. I think at times it reminds me a bit of the Ciccone Youth album, but yeah, that's some pretty cool covers like Rip Off and yeah. It does have a few covers, I don't know. But yeah, it's worth checking out if you've never heard that. It's a pretty solid album. Not perfect, but pretty solid. 4-ish. Oh, that's cool. Didn't notice that was a black CD. It's like PlayStation. So next one, I guess the clips kind of suck on it. This one I do highly recommend. Really great mastering. James Jansen Contortions, not for everyone. New York No Wave. So he was like did a lot of stuff with like Lydia Lunch and all those guys. Ran around the same circles as Sonic Youth back in the day, in the early days. So yeah, New York No Wave. It's got a little more of a free jazzy kind of thing going. Very prominent sax, but more free jazz kind of way. But slightly more structured than a lot of free jazz. Um, yeah, so it kind of there's no wave, but it could just as with very little change. It could be free jazz. So yeah, I definitely need to get some of his other stuff. But this is a really good reissue from a few years ago, like 5 years ago ish. So I think it's out of France. There's a vinyl copy too, but they're just hard to get. I kind of regret not buying it a couple years ago when I had the chance. But this, yeah, the CD sounds excellent. So I'll be happy with that till I see a new copy floating around or a clean original. But yeah, that's pretty close to a damn 5 for me, but not for everyone. Another one I picked up thrifting, Saint Germain Tourist. I think this was 2000. Falls into that new jazz. This is one of the best of the new jazz, new NEU jazz albums out there. So it has that little bit of a trip hop influence and so on. Is how I would describe it. I know this did get a vinyl reissue not so long ago. So this is on Blue Note, so it's not that obscure. Like I think this is even a club version. I paid $1, whatever. I was tempted to pick up the vinyl. I'm kind of glad I didn't, but it's just something I will throw on every once in a while, so it's worth having. I don't think it's aged as well as it could have, but so a lot of that kind of stuff has not aged well, I guess, because people have kind of built on it, like that whole UK scene, I guess. So it's for that I'd give it a 4. Asked me 10 years ago, I probably would have rated it higher. But yeah, it's one of those ones where it's kind of a seminal album where people built on it. So, but it didn't age well because of that. But it still is worth having in your collection. Yep, and Hammer Party. This is a comp of Big Black or Steve Albini. I know this one's got it's got the earlier stuff. Most notably the Racer X EP, which is arguably their best. So worth picking up, just to have everything all on one disc. I have a lot of it on vinyl too. I like it both. Of course, Steve hates CDs and whatever. I think masterings would definitely sound better on the vinyl, but it's nice having everything on one disc. Anyway, I'm just going to end it there. Hope everyone's well. I got to get on with more Christmassy kind of stuff. Get some stuff ordered, and try to get a little chill in today. Take care, everyone. Hope you're well, and happy Thanksgiving.